Yeah, hi, Jeff Redis here. Week 1, assignment 4, fluctuation and foreground background, two designs. I want to show you how I want them stacked, presented, and I want to talk a little bit about maybe look at some examples here. I mean, you can see in the example here, you've got this foreground and then you've got this background, and then if we scroll up, you can see you can't tell what's foreground or background. So, not a great design, but I mean, it gives you an idea of possibly what kinds of things we could be looking at. Remember, if it's just kind of like the above example, it meets criteria, but it doesn't blow you away with its superior design aspects, you get 8 points. This is an archive from the older course, just from last session. But take a look at some of these examples. Here would be a good example of something more along the lines of a pattern, maybe. Where you can't tell the foreground from the background. Maybe, I don't know if I can bring this up a little bit. Not so much maybe this one, but because we in the past we were just looking for equal black and white, positive, negative. But I would look through these designs. You'll get an idea of what I expect in terms of presentation. Pristine. So I just want to do something quick to illustrate to you. I'm going to be working on two designs, one with fluctuation and one with figure ground. Okay, and then I'm going to drag those two flattened designs onto a canvas. That's what we're going to do here in the next 2 minutes. Let me throw together just a real quick, kind of like a last minute, I got to get the thing in. I'll be happy if I just get a C on it. Let me just throw together a design here that's just kind of fluctuating. So, and I might as well show you how I'm doing it. Have my layers window open. Might want to create a new layer, so I'm working on that, and I'm just going to fill these, these things. Again, I am not showing you how to make a good design here. I am talking to you about ways of working, right? I'm sure you all do much, much, much better than this. I mean, look at this. This is horrific, okay? But I'm just going to do a simple pattern, right? So, let me fill that. I fill it just by hitting Alt backspace. Okay. So now, is this the ground, or is that the is that the figure, or is that the ground? I mean, what is it? It's fluctuating. All right. A little sloppy here, right? It's not centered. Look, I've got one going off the edge here. This is where as an instructor, I'd go, you didn't spend too much time on that, Prentice. Now, let me save this. I'm going to save this as fluctuation to my desktop. Fine. Okay. Now, I'm going to do an image duplicate since I'm going to actually use this, and I'm going to name this figure ground. Okay? So I've duplicated it. There's fluctuation, there's figure ground. Now I'm going to kind of go along the lines of what the guy did. Let me add another layer here just so I can have flexibility. Just kind of what they did. I don't like that. And I would never put my figure and my ground, have it right down the middle like that. I'm going to make it more on the night sky, right? Now, I am going to, here I'm going to use a vector tool. I'm going to select this vector tool. I'm going to select the line tool. I'm going to make the weight about 5. I hope I don't have arrows. Yes, I do. Okay, so now I'm going to go along with the same kind of style or theme of the grid, right? Remember, you'll be working for hours on this, not minutes like I am here. Interesting. So I want to look at this and go, well, there's my figure. There's my foreground background. I mean, I was just comparing the two. There's my fluctuation. Maybe it's maybe an 8 if I'm lucky. Here's my figure. I would probably, go into this. I'd try to dress this up a little bit. It feels a little lonely, and I've only got like 20 seconds left. So here, let me just throw that in. So now I'm done. Now, the last thing I'm going to do is duplicate both of these again, flatten the duplicated one so I have my layers copy. And then I am going to put them on a canvas. I cover that in this YouTube video. I'll give you the link to that.